As we head into respiratory season, new rapid tests and a sick-style quiz can help you find the best way to feel better faster. And I recently talked with Dr. Mary Rogers, a leading researcher and virus hunter with Abbott, and Michelle Slabkowski, Executive Director of Families Fighting Flu, about the benefits of the tests. Good morning. I'm excited to get right into this. First question is to you, Mary. What are some of your tips for staying healthy this respiratory illness season?
Respiratory season is in full swing, so we all need to be aware and do our best to stay healthy. The good thing is we do have a lot of things that are just common sense that everyone can do. And these are things that I hear myself saying to my kids all the time, but I need to do them too. And we all do. So these are things like washing your hands before you eat or before you touch your face, staying hydrated, maybe don't share drinks. Those things all do go a long way. But I know sometimes people do start to get sick anyways. And if that happens, it's really important to take it seriously and slow down. Take care of yourself and be sure to test. Testing is a really important tool because it can tell you which virus you have so that you know what you need to do next and you can get the right treatment and get back to normal as soon as possible, which is what we all want.
Michelle, talk about a family strategy for staying healthy this season.
Okay. Families Fighting Flu represents many families that have had severe impact of the flu. So we have a strategy to educate and advocate around a three-pillar prevention approach, which is to vaccinate, test, and treat. We share our family stories to help encourage others to understand how severe the flu can be and that the flu is not just the flu. Therefore, it's really important that people ideally get vaccinated, but more as important is to take symptoms seriously when they're ill and get an appropriate test so they get an appropriate treatment. Taking care of everyone around you, especially your family, takes care of your community by making sure you get tested and treated so that we can reduce those hospitalizations, deaths, and illnesses as a result of the flu.
Yeah, it can be really scary. And the flu, pneumonia, some of these respiratory illnesses can escalate so quickly. Mary, a question for you. I feel like as a mom, a lot of things have similar symptoms, and I can't distinguish one illness from the other. How do tests help with that?
Yeah, every time I guess, I'm always wrong. So really testing is the only way to distinguish what's making someone sick. You can't tell just based on the symptoms, and at least we have rapid tests so that we can get that answer as fast as possible. So everyone has a different experience when they're sick, and it's a very personal experience. So that's why we have a variety of options depending on what style you are when you're sick. So if you're the kind of person who likes the convenience of testing at home and not going anywhere, which is my own personal preference, then you would benefit from using Abbott's Buy Next Now COVID-19 Flu A and B Combo Self-Test, which you can just keep in your medicine cabinet and have handy so you don't even have to leave the house. If you feel sick, it's right there and you can test at home. But if you're the kind of person who wants someone to do it for you, you don't want to do it yourself, then you can go to a pharmacy or an urgent care setting and get Abbott's ID Now molecular test, which will give you the same fast answer and tell you what's making you sick so that you can get better as fast as possible.
Mary, I think this is a question a lot of people ask themselves. When does it make sense to just get a home test, and when should you really see a doctor?
They really don't have to be separate. It really is important that everyone talks to their healthcare provider when they start to feel sick, because they'll give you guidance on that kind of a question of what you should be doing. But either way, testing is going to be important because they won't know how to treat you unless you've been tested. So whether you do that test at home or in the office is something that you can decide based on what you're most comfortable with.
Okay, last words of advice for staying healthy this season.
If you want to learn more about your own personal style when you're sick and get individualized tips about how to get better faster, go to abbott.com/sickstyles and take our quiz. That's how I know so much about my own experience and what works best for me. The more you know about yourself, the better you can feel. So go check it out.
Thank you so much. Have a great day and a healthy season.
Thank you. Stay healthy.
Take care.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored on behalf of Abbott by A1 Broadcast.